What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream where we're back in our Deck Knight project, a game built from scratch using an Unreal Engine 5, C++, blueprints, the gameplay ability system plugin, and all of that good stuff. So today, it's going to be our last stream of the year. So not going to reflect too much on everything, but it's been a good year. I've been very happy with this year. We finally have a direction for our project. We have about 800 followers now, I think, on Twitch, which I think is amazing, a little over 800. So I think we grew by 200 or 150 or something like that, which I think is amazing. Hopefully next year in 2026 we'll get to 1,000. Fingers crossed. Last stream for a couple of weeks. We'll be back in January, of course. So yeah, what I want to do today is try to wrap up as much as I can with that damage resistance. And maybe try to add a damage multiplier in the next hour and a half. If you see my arm stretched out, I am petting a kitty on in a basket. I don't know how well I'll be able to show you the setup with the cat. Maybe I can just turn it. There you see the kitty right there, just chilling. Looking cute as always. Han Devin Yakshimash just joined. Were you saying you're taking a holiday break? I am. And, you know, I'm just being thankful to everybody who's watched this year, who's joined the Discord. You know, it's not a big community or anything like that, but it's got a few people in there I appreciate. So thanks for all the watching that you guys do, and I'm looking forward to the next year. So yeah, enough of that sappy shit. Let's go ahead and jump in. So I want to work on the UI first. And I found a website where I can get textures. So I'm thinking this could be like the resistance icon. So whenever you receive damage but you have resistance to it, or you've resisted some of it, we would show this icon next to the damage number. I'm debating whether a cracked shield or like a shield disabled or just a normal shield, shield reflected, or I don't know. There's other options on this website. Maybe the slash shield looks more like armor penetration. Okay. So I'm wondering what kind of shield icon we would go for. Because there's a default shield. There's like this downgrade, upgrade. There's just a cross shield, a dice shield, dragon shield, a healing shield, heart shield, ribbon shield, broken shield. Not sure how best to represent it, you know? Or if it should be a shield. Because there's like resistances. Maybe not so sure anymore. Lightning shield, layer shield. Maybe layered armor or something. And broken shield, maybe, I don't know. Maybe just a normal shield for now. Let's download this PNG. Shield.png. Let's see if we import it in. I should have like an icon section, right? Status effects. There's damage. I can maybe do like damage, resistance. Because what I'm hoping to do is, you know, based on the type of damage that was resisted, change the color. I don't know. Steam keeps trying to open and it keeps on crashing, so I know what that's all about. Import, downloads, field PNG. So, world, we want it to be UI. Seems good. 512 by 512. Maybe it's too big. I'm able to re-import. It doesn't change anything. I don't really work with assets too much, so I never really know if I can change a size here. So there must be, right? So I can make it like a 256 by 256. Maybe I'm crazy. Nonetheless, let's just see if this will correctly alpha as well. So let's create a material. So M underscore damage resistance. Icon. As you can see, Steam is shitting its pants currently. Editor was really struggling to open that one up too. So yeah, what we want to do? We want it to be user interface. Masked. So can I just drop it like that? I hope so. I would need a color for it as well. So drop in that, but I need, can I convert this to a parameter? Yeah. Alright. So resistance, color. I guess I could just multiply that, right? I'm not too good with shaders, honestly, but that should be plenty. Let's default it. Let's just check if it turns red. Yeah. Awesome. So by default, we'll make it white. Oops, white is all one. There we go. So there we go. Seems fine enough. So now I should be able to go into the damage number. And what I'm thinking is that it would be next to the damage number to the right of it. So I think I need to take this. I probably need to wrap it with a horizontal box. And I should be able to add an image. I'm assuming I would like the number to be first, and yeah, then the icon could be maybe at the top. So we're gonna throw in the damage resistance icon. Looks good. Like I feel like I don't like how tall it is. If you know what I mean. Can I make this like? Okay, I can, but does it look good? No. Maybe 30. 28 maybe is okay. And that seems okay. I'll need to do some updates in code, I think. Oh, for sure. Because I need to reference this. And what's the word? Change the color and hide it and unhide it. But we can at least try to see what this looks like in practice. Because it should just show up by default, so when I take the damage, right? Okay. And it doesn't really move with the number. So maybe, actually... maybe I need to... I don't like how that... Like, I don't want the horizontal box here anymore. Can I... What can I do here? Oh no. Because essentially, I just want to create the horizontal box in here. I can just do horizontal box. Got ourselves a bot. Ban. Get your ass out of here. Alright, so now I should be able to then paste that. Now that should be better. They should move together if I did everything correctly. Yeah. But yeah, I need to also have it fade in a similar manner. We can go to our animations. Yeah, there's a couple of different animations happening. So we need to... Maybe can I, like... I can't replace damage text with something, right? Oh, I can. Let's just see if I can... Because this is overlay. Can I replace overlay? Damage? Thought that could be clever. Yeah, damage text, I don't know what damage value event. It just does something there, but yeah, the render opacity. Not sure why the field icon doesn't just move like with it. Guess I can always add like shield icon first and add. No? Field icon, render opacity, we go like this. Put a thing, and then down here. That goes. That make this 0. There we go. So that's still not. Why is the render opacity not working for this? That's so weird. Hold on, we got some spam over on Kick. Time to ban some people. Oh. So what is it about this thing that's just not working? So we got transform pivot, render opacity. It says it's bound. But yeah, it's not really doing anything. Do I have to just do opacity that way? That's weird that I would have to, but maybe I'm just missing something. We could do color and opacity, right? And then we do alpha at 1, alpha again at 1, and 0. Still, what the heck? Why is it still not working in the alpha for some reason? It's a material. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to make sure the shield icon will also fade out with the animation, because they see the number is fading out, but the shield icon, it blips out of existence at the end of the animation, but for some reason it's not fading, even though I tried render opacity. I'm also trying to do the alpha for the actual shield icon. Does changing any color do anything? Let me make this like 0.1. Do that. That technically works. Okay. Ah. Deleted everything. So let's try again. We're gonna do color and opacity. Like that, and then I want to just make the opacity 0. Yeah, whatever. Did that work? No. That's just behaving very strangely. If I make this like any other color, it's fading into that color. So is it something in my material? Do I have to do RGBA? No. Do I have to? Oh, okay. Maybe it's because I'm doing this. Maybe that's correct. Just a guess. I'm wrong. Like, for example, if I were to just clear this, make it a box, right? Make it a plain image. You see it go, and it's fading. So it has to do with my material. That much we know. So, oh god, ow. My eye. Okay, so it definitely doesn't look like it's... Because yeah, it's still black, so it doesn't look like I'm properly masking it. That looks fine. That's wrong. Now if I make this color like 0.1, 0, yeah, it still shows as normal. What could it be? See, it's draw as image. If I draw as box, doesn't change anything. Well, border goes away, but none go away. Rounded box, same. It's like changing that value doesn't do anything either. Honestly, if I make it 0, it's gonna pop out of existence. That makes things worse, I think. Not a thing. That's not a thing. That makes it black. I feel like I'm going crazy. Like, I've done this before, right? Like this healing icon, lifesteal. I mean, does it have to be a material? Am I just stupid? I think I might just be stupid, honestly. Can I just do that? I technically can. But, you know, it has the dark outline on it. So I feel like I need to maybe download it a better way. Do I still have the website open somewhere? Back to 0. So background, foreground, background, type none. Maybe this is what I need. So PNG. I was going the wrong way about it. So re-import with new file. 1. There it is. Bingo. 8. And now if I make this 0.2, yes, bye-bye. Okay, so I should, I hope, not have to do anything. So let's get rid of shield icon, and they should just move together and fade out together. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so I was just being stupid. I don't need a material. So let's say goodbye to you. Now, let's just see again what this looks like in practice. So, bam. Yeah. I don't think they let you draw an outline over images, I don't think, right? I would add that myself. That's fine. So I want to be able to add that whenever there's resistance detected, I suppose. So I'll need to update code now and fix that. So we have damage number panel, and then we have damage number. So I need to do a bind widget here as well. Some cracking of knuckles for you, ASMR. So we need it as, I'm not good about my types. I'm assuming it's image. So class U image or U texture. Never confident on what it is. It says it's image, right? So is it just like U image? Maybe. Damage resistance icon. And then in the actual CPP, we do a set damage text value implementation. We also need to make sure do that. Set critical text and then damage number. We add. This is where I would probably want to do it, right? Could be duplicated code, which kind of sucks, but maybe for now it's okay. So yeah, we do the callbacks as well. But like on removed, I think we would. Oh. I would want to say like damage resistance icon. Up. Set visibility hidden. What's wrong? View image is not. Do I have to really include this? Let me just ask ChatGPT. Not to include. See. Components and image, and it is. So I should be able to do that, right? All right, and it's set. So, what information? So I have damage mod context. And damage mod context. I always forget what is that. Give me resisted. Awesome. So I should be able to just do that too. So set damage value text implementation. I think it's in here where if it's rounded, it returns, right? It doesn't do anything. But I want to say if rounded equals 0, and I think I can have a constable B is damage resisted equals damage mod context resisted, and I can use this. So and it's not resisted to that. Otherwise, and now we do it is healing. Else, like me, I don't think I can do a switch. So if it's healing, do that. I would say if damage resistant icon, set visibility, right? Well, I guess I can do if and else, and then just do if resisted there. Boom, boom, boom. And I would also need to change the color of this thing, which I could match with this color here as well. So I could then say damage resistance icon dot set color and opacity that way. So that could work. Let's see if that compiles. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking at interesting articles. Hey, Harithakur. Is that how you pronounce that? Harithakur? Hello. How's it going? Okay, we compiled successfully. Gonna take that dub whenever we can. So now we have to go back into our widget, our little icon, and we're gonna have to think it should be valid still, right? Okay, it is complaining because we need to change the name to be damage, not damage resistance. So we should be able to just do something like that and compile, and it's happy again. By default, I do want this to be hidden. And so it should only appear when we resist. I'm good. This is looking fun. I'm glad. You know, I want people to have a good time while they're here. So we're working on damage resistance and trying to set the icon up to understand when that happens. So I believe we have fire resistance, so we should see the icon when we deal 16 damage, and we get the orange icon. So if we then take away the resistance that we have for fire damage, fire resistance base, we shouldn't see the icon anymore. Yeah, we get the full 20. So that seems to be working with the icon. So now let's see if we can set up damage type multipliers, maybe? So yeah, maybe we can try that. So we'll set it up in a very similar way. And we already did that with the attributes that we created. I believe it's under health. We have max health, elemental healing coefficient. So yeah, all this healing coefficients as well. I feel like this could probably be done in a similar way as like the damage type resistance and just like multipliers and stuff. That would be an interesting way to refactor things, but for now, it's whatever. So we have a damage multiplier. So how do we got? We have the fire resistance somewhere. And it only applies this resistance multiplier whenever we get elemental fire, right? So we should be able to do under effects, we could do a damage multipliers. And we can more or less copy that. Do GE fire damage multiplier. Now I guess I could say base, right? So instead of it doing the damage resistance multiplier, it's gonna just do damage multiplier. Only when the damage type is elemental fire. So I guess in order for me, like this would need to have a gameplay ability system component on it, I think, in order for me to give it a damage multiplier. So let's just do it. It's whatever. So cast ability system component. And then I should just be able to, on a begin play, say apply gameplay effect. I also have to grant the attribute, I think, right? So I can't really do anything with attributes. So I can't add. Oh, that's animation. Yeah, so I can't really do it easily. I could. There is starting data. Could give it, a health attribute set and do something that way, but is there ability set or something? Dang it. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we have our dummy. Let's move him back here. So he's looking at us because what he has is a projectile he can shoot at us. Now, right now it's like a healing projectile, right? So it goes boom, boom. But maybe we could just change this projectile. Maybe we could make a duplicate of it to make it a fire damage projectile, just so we don't lose our logic. So projectile, we have, let's see, projectile base. We have an area of effect data. Is it this new data asset? What is this? Oh, that's just mask configuration. I think I can delete that, right? So let me type area of effect. So there is a test. I mean, I'm gonna have to just check which one I'm using. Spawning things. So yeah, we should get to this data. Oh my god, people on Kick are just spamming bots. It's all about DoorDash and shit. So yeah, we have this test, right? So I'm gonna say DA underscore area of effect fire. And then, so it's gonna be of type damage. Yeah, target preset, that should be fine. There's fall off, can damage allies, sure. Let's make it just 10 damage. No, that's all that. So now that we have damage, we should be able to add stuff to the context. So we're going to make it elemental fire. Granted tags, doesn't really matter. That should be enough to deal fire damage. So if I just replace that with effect fire, it's going to still look green, but it should deal fire damage to me. And it should be 10 if I'm just in the middle. Yeah, fire damage 10. So, we need to, again, update some code in our damage execution here. I can go to damage execution. So we're going to have to add some stuff. All right, so let's start from the top. So damage type multiplier. That's gonna come from source. Grab that. Good call. Damage. Oh, damage type multiplier. That. Do I think give it the same name? Or damage. Fire. Let's see. don't know if it needs to be the same. For safety, let's make it the same. So damage. Oh. So what I'm thinking is the damage type multiplier. It's either gonna work on one of two ways. It's either gonna just straight up multiply it, or, you know, take the value and add to it, you know. So I'm gonna just treat it for now as a straight up multiplier. So I want to, at this point, do the damage stuff here. So float damage multiplier, execution params, great. And then I'm just gonna say modified damage times equals damage multiplier. And then it goes through the rest of the pipeline. That should be enough. I should do one here that says if. I guess I can do it above it. If damage multiplier is greater than 1, yeah, it shouldn't be like this explicit. Well, times equals damage multiplier is not even the right thing. Because, like, say my damage is 10 and the multiplier is 0.05. Right? So it's going to be 10 times 0.0. Right? So I need to do... I don't know if it's similar to this. Or it needs to be, like, modified damage equals modified damage times damage multiplier, or is it just plus equals? I want to treat it as a percentage value, I guess. Instead of it being like 1.05, it's 5, right? Or 0.05, 5% damage multiplier. So I'm hoping that's going to give me the values that I want. And then I add it to our damage log. Say damage multiplier property and damage multiplier. And I think we have the damage type here, so damage type. No, doesn't need to be modified, but I need to make sure. I think that's enough. Let's see if that will compile. And yeah, we'll also have to check our damage pipeline stuff, make sure that's still good too. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we compiled safely. Awesome sauce. So let's see if this will work. We're going to add this damage multiplier gameplay effect on the dummy actor. And I'm hoping, yeah, if we make it 0.05. But the default value should be 0. Mistaken, yeah, it'll be 0. Boom, boom, boom. And if we make it 5%, that's going to be negligible. So maybe I have to make it 20%. So it'll be 2. So I'll get 12 damage. So let's see if that works as I expected to. So I have all this damage types and all that stuff. And then we had the fire damage multiplier base. So 0.2. Awesome. Well, let's go to the dummy. We have a dummy base, we have the emitter. Do this new one, and we're gonna do the fire multiplier. Deal 12 damage to me. Move our guy back. Should be, oh, it's still 10. So damage multiplier base. We can also look at the attribute. We can hopefully use our damage pipeline as well, just to look at everything. But let's look at the dummy. Look at health. Damage multiplier is still 0. So health is there, but the damage multiplier is 0. But that makes sense, because this is only going to be updated when source tag but maybe it has to be target tags. Let's go see if that changes anything. No. Okay, what am I maybe missing? Look at the dummy. Want to untick for now. Of course, print that out. Untick. There's a function, evaluate attribute with tags. So we're gonna say target tags, make. I'm gonna do elemental fire. Got this component. Say damage multiplier. Print it. Hoping if we see 0.2. Assumption is that we have tick disable. Start with tick. I just want to look at it. But it is 0.2. That's good. Now off. And now is it when we apply the damage? So if we go to our damage pipeline, we can actually do add dynamic asset tag. Pass in this dynamic asset tag. So is it still source? Damage type. It's fine. Elemental fire. Let's pop this in. Let's just see what happens when we get damaged. We're eventually gonna be noticed there. Boom. The damage type should be elemental. Fire. Now let's look at our execution. Maybe I did something wrong. So damage multiplier from the source. Seems fine. That I don't think it needs to be snapshotted. So let's see. Bam. Just walk through it. $10, yes. Eventually here, right? So bam. So attempt to capture attribute magnitude, evaluation parameters, so source tags, and then target tags are that. Okay, let's see. Let me get some of these breakpoints. Let's look at it again. My assumption is at the moment damage multiplier. Assumption at the moment is it should be under target tags. Copy. We still have a breakpoint in our execution. Looks like it. So let's try one more time. Bam. Evaluation parameters, right? So it still says source tags. Capture target tags. Source. Well, the source is the dummy NPC. Could be wrong. Damage statics. Vision time. Damage multiplier. Still 0. If I go into the damage now, if I were to do damage, spec, target, can't do anything with that, right? But I can do, yeah, it's still all from source, right? Ah! But I feel like source is the right answer. Health attribute set, base. Yes, I can also use this debugger. So it does have GE multiplier damage base, so that's true. So that's good. Its damage multiplier is 0. I guess I can't break one here, can I? Because yeah, why is the target tags this? That doesn't. No, that makes sense because that's what I have, right? That's my tags. So damn. Okay. Maybe I know why. It says guess for statics. Is there a difference? Maybe I should open up that article again. Damage, resistance, type. Good article. Yeah, find it again. There we go. Fire resistances all the way down, right? So the duration has it, and resistance. Do that, and then effective asset tags are very powerful. The gameplay asset tag. Rock evaluation will be passed to the evaluators. I don't know if this will make a difference what I just did though. Okay, so that did work. Now we got 0.2. But the math didn't really math. So let's see. Oh, we got more people on Kick doing voucher bullshit. Hold on. Go away. One band, we got 2 band, we got 3 band. Two more homies band. Oh, and this damage multiplier thing, oh my god. Why is it greater? Is it greater than 0? That's what I want. This should do the trick. Okay. Let's see 12. Okay, I saw 2. Which makes sense. Maybe. Because 2 is this, right? So modify damage plus equals. Okay, so this. That's also redundant. Let's see if I still get. Because I'm hoping to get 12. Oh. All right. The moment of truth. Do I get 12? Yes. Okay. Now we run away because I don't want to get seen with damage. So, run away. We should be safe from damage. Let's look at our events. So we're gonna do damage. We're gonna say all. Let's say Steve. Player. So modified is wrong. But yeah, damage multiplier 0.2. So modified -2 is not really what I want there. So I need to look at it. Just base damage minus modified damage, which now we know is not always correct. Because yeah, it's 10 minus whatever. So not sure how to write this. Guess I could say, you know, is base damage greater than equal to modified damage? Maybe that's okay to write. Like maybe I should just say maybe modified damage should be just what it is, modified damage actually. So in this case it would say 2. right? No, it would say 12. So I think the conclusion that I want to make from this debug is you get the base damage, then modified damage. So when you add those two together, you get the final damage. So how can I syntactically write that at the end here? So that needs to be, whoops. Do I just say it's modified damage? I guess that's correct, right? But I would have to say modified damage minus base damage, I think. Let's try it one more time. Boom, boom. All right, let's see. Let's look at damage pipeline. Should be hit something, right? Actually, there we go. So yeah, base, modified, final, yeah. And then you could see how things were kind of calculated. So that's great. So that seems to work fine. Oh god, he sees run. I should be able to simulate that. Obviously, he shouldn't be able to fire at me if he doesn't see me, but that's a different problem for a different day. Whoop, I didn't mean to close out that. So I should be able to simulate. Okay, so that seems broken. So it seems to become additive. Now, do I do anything in the health attribute set that resets this? For the normal one, for the resistance, for example. So health attribute set. So damage resisted. Well, that's bizarre. Maybe we have time to look at that. I think I know why. Because like when I simulate, let me double check what I do. So I have debug, right? There should be like a simulate here, right? Simulate. Timestamp root. That's that. So then it applies damage to target. It does a restore. So it so it temporarily applies the attribute modification. Maybe I don't need to add that to the execution, maybe? maybe I don't even need to do the resistance one. There. I just want to see if this will fix the problem. Because if it does, then I need to maybe flag it in some way so that when I put this things in there, I guess I could check here. Hey, if it's a resistance or a modification, don't add it back there. I wasn't seeing that problem happen when I was doing resistances, but maybe I just wasn't looking for it. We got the 12. Let's hide. Now let's go to damage events. Yeah, so it is 12 again, so that definitely is the problem. But now you don't see it in the modification list, so we're definitely gonna have to maybe have him ignore it. Let's check with the resistance base, right? So let's go to the character ability set. So AS base. Let us add a granted effect here. We're going to put in fire resistance base. And now I should be able to resist also 20%. So I should go back to 10. So fingers crossed. So we see 10. We do see 10 and the resistance icon. Great. But now let's look at our damage pipeline. Debug. Let me just go back on kick real quick and ban more people. So yeah, damage. Damage pipeline events. So yeah, we have damage resistance multiplier. So do I see? I see 10 again. And every time I resist it, it does stay the same. So it's curious because I'm not snapshotting it. I don't think that's going to make a difference, but let's see. And let's take out the fire resistance. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow there. Of course, it's someone from Kick. We're gonna ban them. All right, let's see. Events, damage pipeline, bam. Let's see. We got hit. Nothing was resisted. We forgot. No, we multiplier damage multiplier base should. Okay, so snapshotting's not gonna work. So This needs to be false. So I'm curious as to why, because I know I'm setting it to 0.2. I'm not sure why the resistance doesn't break. Right, do I check if it's been resisted in other places? So damage entry panel. Attribute set. Damage number. Let's just make sure. Because maybe it has to just be treated like incoming damage. And I simply just have to skip over it. I just want to make sure this damage multiplier works again before we move forward. And then yeah, we'll have to call it a night, I think, soon. Okay. Give it to me. Yeah, 12, right? So now, run away, run away, run away. Now we're gonna go here. Simulate. Yeah, 14, 16, yeah. Yeah, oh, it's interesting that I guess because the damage is fire, that's why it happens. Not sure, but I know a way to fix it. I just don't like what it's gonna be. Like, can I say, like, so if attribute that contains an attribute name and attribute names dot contains what is attribute? It's here, right? Maybe then I could say and attribute dot attribute name is not equal it's attribute name string. Oh. I don't like that I'm like explicitly checking for that, you know? Just curious if there's a better way. Hey bro, where are you from? I'm from America, but I'm no longer in America. Where are you from? He asked it a second time. Not gonna answer. Okay, let's see if this will actually work. I don't know if I really structured that contains correctly, but okay. Quick, easy way to check. Let's get hit. And again. Maybe I can make it part of like the what's the word, like the settings and stuff like that, if this does work. So I'll say, yeah, we have it. Simulate again. Okay, so it does work. What I don't like though is each time it's adding damage type dot simulated, which doesn't make sense. Guess I could check to see if it already does have it, so if, well, there is add tag fast. Is that the problem? I wonder. Let's see. Guys, instead of doing that, I do damage pipeline context. No, but pipeline context. Let's see if that still stacks that tag or not. I hope not. If it does, we'll have to just do a check. If it's already simulated damage, then skip it. Okay, let's see, one last try. Hit, bam, 12, cool. Yeah, events, so, yeah. Simulate, simulated, simulate, yeah, okay, so it was just the add tag fast that was giving me an issue. So I'll have to eventually add cheats and stuff to make me immortal and things like that, or not take damage. And update this thing as well. I think that's maybe some logical steps. So let's close out the stream by updating all this stuff. So there's damage resistance and multipliers. That is done. I do so add damage immunity. I wonder if I can also make people immune to specific damages. Not sure how that would work. Maybe something to look into, but yeah. So add damage immunity, right? So that is complete. So add damage immunity, right? That's it to do. So I mean, so what do we want to do? So add damage immunity, because I know you can make yourself immune. So click up. My YouTube is filled with ads. How do you find it as opposed to other solutions like Jira? Well, to be honest, something like Jira is just very convoluted. Like, I just need something to track tasks and stuff like that, and ClipUp is free. So I use it. I don't use it as organized or as much as I should to organize this stuff, but you know, it gets the job done. So add damage immunity. We want to say all damage immunity. Fire damage immunity. Because yeah, I want to figure out how to do damage immunity in a way that's scalable, like resistances. Like, I wonder if I can treat an attribute as like a Boolean flag or something. I don't know really how that looks like in practice. Like, how do I tell if something was fire damage and then I check if they're immune to it? Like, do I have to make like a bunch of comparisons to like nullify it out, or is there a way to have some sort of attribute that when it's, you know, turned on, you know, it's a 1 and then it's a 0 if it's off or something? Like, I wonder if it could look like, you know, the modifier. Maybe it could work like a modifier where instead of it being damage resistance, you check if you make it the incoming damage and you override it to 0 if the source tag is damage elemental fire and you have this immunity. Maybe we could try that out. Not now, but in the new year. Let me just finish writing this ticket up. So I want to say maybe we can create GE that overrides incoming damage attribute when source tags contain immunity tag. Will be interesting to start the new year with that. Also add to damage debug. Like, there's so much complexity in like the damage pipeline, but I feel like it's gonna be worth it so that we have as much control as we can to once we want to scale up to support other damage types. You know, ice damage resistances, ice damage immunity, ice damage multiplier, and toxic, and bleed, and electric, and all that kind of stuff, and making that as flexible as we can and as readable as we can within our debug, I think is going to be hopefully coming in clutch for us down the line. So that's where I'm going to end it for today, guys. And thanks again for a great year. Thank you again to everyone who has followed on YouTube and on Twitch. Those who have joined the Discord, have a good holidays. Have a good new year. And I'll see you soon.